The second question is about relationships, specifically a relationship I have with my girlfriend that I have been together with for 5 years. We are really happy together and we are co-creating together.
Is she a construction worker?
She constructs her reality.
We'd like to hear that from you because everyone does.
Yes.
And if you're not trying to make a distinction over what realities are being constructed that are good realities and what ones that aren't, but you're just reveling in the construction of all realities, then you take away all of the resistance that you feel towards so many things, and everything goes better for you. Really good conversation.
What I wanted to ask is that in your books and basically in all spiritual teachings I've read is that this theme about that when two people meet each other and are newly in love, they focus on each other's good sides, but then when the time goes by and they maybe move together, they start to notice the not so wanted sides, and when they start to focus on that, their relationship starts to not feel as good as it did in the beginning. And I wanted you to talk about how I could, if I see that I start to notice that those patterns in my relationship with my girlfriend, how I could focus on the better side.
Let's sort this out a little bit, and you will like the juxtaposition of your two questions here together. You're inspired to present them in that way, and it's going to be meaningful to you. So we have said that. We've said that when you come together in a relationship, that one of the first things you say is, tell me about yourself. And we always say, no, don't do that. Because you are new in this moment. And when you dig into who you used to be, then you activate all kinds of unnecessary clutter. As you allow yourself to just rendezvous.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
We have so much to say.
Yeah.
Let's just say that you come together new with someone. And the reason that you are together is because the law of attraction has brought you together. Now, it might be because of your complaints, and you might be under that influence. Or it might be because you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and your alignment has brought you together. So let's go with that one. Let's say that you're anticipating good things, and you see each other, and you feel good about each other. If you were to begin to probe into, well, tell me about yourself. How many relationships have you had, or where have you been? And you begin to uncover what most people want to reveal, which is the troublesome parts of their life as they're trying to validate or justify where they are now. What happens is you activate in your now unnecessary things from the past, which causes a vibrational clutter now. So the clarity with which the law of attraction brought you together is now no longer as clear. So you have more probability, the more you dig into each other, or the more you observe, you have more probability of more good things and bad things. So you don't let yourself get into your true power of connection. Now just sit with that a little bit. We know that you didn't hear it as clearly as we meant it, so let's just leave it sit right there. But we have more for you. Regarding these construction workers.
Okay.
They're new to you. And so, in the same way that a relationship could be new to you, they're new to you. But you started out with a very valid premise. We're going to speak as if we are you. I have negative expectation about these construction workers. Never met them before. I just have negative expectation about them. So your premise that it's a new relationship which is probably clearer than a relationship that has gone on longer, we're not going to go along with that premise, even though it often is the case. But we don't want you to say or believe, because it isn't true, that the longer a relationship goes on, then the more negative stuff is going to turn up and the harder it is for you to be in love as you were in the beginning. We want you instead to acknowledge that in this moment in time, you can be as in alignment with your inner being as you choose to be or not, period. And it doesn't matter if it's a new construction worker that you are just interviewing, or that you are just attracting, or whether it's someone that you're just meeting that you want to be in love with and you think you might going to be in love with them, or whether you're getting together with someone for a moment in time and you've been together for 5 years. It's all new right now, because you are new right now, and your relationship with your inner being can be tuned in, tapped in, turned on, or not right now. So let's not put it off on how long we've known each other, because that premise, which is a false premise, says that relationships start good and then they just decline almost from the day you meet each other. And that absolutely is not true, because each of you are becoming more because life is causing you to ask for more. The loveliness of a relationship has to do with one thing and one thing only. And it's not the relationship that you have with each other. It's your relationship with your inner being and your girl's relationship with her inner being. That's what your relationship is most affected by. And yet almost everybody is wanting to make their relationship about each other. So you say dumb things to each other, like, I'll stay with you no matter how miserable I am, until death do us part. And hopefully it will come soon. And so if you make your commitment not to your girlfriend, and she might not want to hear that, but if you make your commitment to being in tune with who you really are, so that you've got all that pleasure and all that empowerment to give, then the relationship will just continue to thrive, because it will continue to be new. It's the newness that comes that you're really reaching for. It's not an old relationship. It's the freshness of, because in every moment you're becoming more, and if you're not keeping up with the more that you're becoming, then you're not feeling satisfaction. And if you're not feeling satisfaction, you're not that much fun to be with, and neither is she. So if you let your dominant intention be to be as fresh as you can be, which means as up to speed with who you are becoming as you can be, now you have a relationship that will satisfy you and satisfy you and satisfy you. What you want to say to your partner is, I love you so much, but you're not my top priority. Hear us out, because there's more. Really? Well, what is your top priority? Actually, it's me. Take it easy. That was the harsh way of introducing it. A better way might be, I love you so much, and it is my powerful intention to be as tuned into the wholeness, to the better me, to the wholeness of who I am, so that that broader part of me can be aware of the magnificence of you. My powerful intention is to see you through the eyes of Source, like I'm doing right now, you could say. And you are so beautiful. But I'm going to tell you right now that my perception of you is about me, not about your behavior. I'm not going to hold you responsible to some behavior that I'm responding to. My pledge to you is that I'm going to be so ready to see who you really are, that even when you're temporarily maybe not being it because you're having a bad moment, I won't notice, because I'm not tuned that way. I've calibrated myself to the best of you.
My final question is about...
Want to talk about the last one a little bit?
Oh, sorry?
Did that fit in? Did it click into place for you?
Yes, especially the last words you said. Now I cannot remember them, but you said something about that even if you're in a bad moment, I will focus on the good.
Because how I feel about you has nothing to do with you. Has everything to do with my decisions about how I want to feel.
This is going exactly how I imagined it last week.
You know what we like about this?
Tell me.
We like a lot of things about this, but what we really like about this is that you're present in this moment and you are vibrationally responding to what we are offering. So we can feel the vibrational adjustment that is happening even as we move along. It's not a question that you've memorized and then you're hearing an answer from us that you will go back and listen to. The answer is actually resonating within you, so you're having movement in your vibration. So your point of attraction is shifting, and that's why you like it.